Back everyone to another episode of Southern Sorcery. I'm so excited for this set. This set is so fun. This came out during right around COVID, a little before it. So this is just a mystery booster that is filled with all kinds of cool stuff from across Magic's history. You don't really know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get.
That's what makes it kind of fun and exciting. And we've got some patrons that said, you know what? I want to crack into this exciting type of stuff. So that's what we're going to do. So let's just get started. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. It's been a minute since I've done one of these videos. I think we did the contest video and a couple other things. We've been doing some Lord of the Rings boxes. We had recorded those from a long time ago. They're just sitting out there for everyone's viewing pleasure.
For your passing pleasure.
This is going to be a fun one. This was a very requested box. Everyone was like, yes, I want on this because I want to chase that Mana Crypt. That's the big hit for this specifically. So let's just get into it. Our first lucky patron up is Mr. Justin in for the Cinco, the 5-pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A little bit about this set. Let's see. You can hit a Mana Crypt, you can hit Rhystic Study. Gosh, there's so many good hits. It's very fun to draft because it's almost like a chaos draft, and the fact that you're not drafting one specific set, you're bringing in together a lot of different sets to just go crazy with. So a lot of fun to draft, a lot of fun to play and pool. It's just exciting because, like I said, it's the mystery. So let's just get into it and see what we get. Plus, we can say what sets everything from because it's all a mystery.
A hazy mystery.
So this is what denotes that it's a mystery set. They do it for the mystery sets and do it for the list. This little symbol here. So we've got a Gust Cloak Skirmisher, Rootborn Defenses. See how everything's going to be a little different. Crushing Tide, Riverwheel Aerialists, a Yargle. He just got a reprint. Okiba Gang Shinobi, a Valakut Invoker, an Arax, Nimble Mongoose, the Nimble Mongoose, a Farseek, good ramp card, a Miss Meadow Witch, Ghost Quarter, Bone Splitter, hey, nice hit, and a Savala Heart of the Wilds. Dang, she's worth some good money. Oh, and these cool cards. You get the play test cards, the test cards. They're on a magic back, and you can see they've been printed on a card. But it's obviously kind of like just a playtest card. This one's called Metagamer. Some of these are worth money. I mean, obviously they're not legal. They're just hilarious. But this card's worth some money. I'll sleeve that up for you, Justin. Nice pool. So, like I said, you just never know what you're going to get out of some of these packs. So it's just extremely exciting. Savala, extremely busted card. Nice. Yeah, let me know if you've opened this stuff up because I think I opened up 2 boxes of it when it first came out. Sky Hunter Skirmisher, and I think it goes like white, white, blue, blue, black, black, red, red, yeah. So Sky Hunter Skirmisher, a Thunder Drake, an Omen Speaker, Crow of Dark Tidings, Typhoid Rats, the rats are loose, Burrowed Hostility, Fierce Invocation, a Mulch, Hunter's Ambush, Asali Pride Mage, Sky Scanner, Karen Wanderer, nice little shapeshifter, and a Meandering Tower Shell, just a big old turtle, and then a Generated Horizons for the playtest card. You get one of these in each pack, and then you can get double rares just like this one. This one had a big old turtle and a Wandering Shapeshifter. Yeah, when this set first came out, it was didn't have the playtest cards in it. It had other stuff in the very back, some foils that were very valuable. Those boxes are extremely expensive. This is the first run they did, the convention boxes that had the playtest cards, and then there was another set they did where they pulled out a bunch of cards that got banned for various reasons. Maybe the artist got banned for Magic or something along those lines, but this is the second iteration of it, so it replaced that foil slot with the playtest slot. Pretty cool. God's willing, we'll pull a Mana Crypt, refocused Court Hussar, Dilly Dilly, Breeding Pit, Child of Night, Grape Shot, a Roast, a Briarhorn, Explosive Vegetation, Unflinching Courage into a Dismal Backwater, and a Dominus of Fealty. These are you can pay either a blue or red, so you've got options here. And then a Mimic Vat card used to be great. Wizened Arbiter still is pretty great, honestly, so nice. I'll put these rares up front for you. Some good hits so far. Justin on the pack number 4. A Ionic Bondkin, Angel of Renewal, Decision Perilous, Stitch Straight, Duress, Parakata Club Security, if I could speak. He's an Aetherborn Warrior. This guy, imagine him asking you for hey man, let me get your ID.
I see your ID.
Where's your face? Goblin Bombardment, great card. Renegade Tactics, Become Immense, Giant Spider, Riptide Crab, a Reliquary Tower, good land hit, and an Anna Sanctuary. Nice, that's from Nemesis, that's old school. I love it. NFL Sovereign. This is a pretty cool way to win the game. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. What's crazy about that? And a throat wolf. Oh man, that's fantastic. Anyway, at the beginning of upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. Crazy thing about that is, Commander, you start with 40 life, so if you can just kind of maintain your life total, get that card out, you're just gonna win the game outright. All right, Justin, last pack, buddy. A Sky Marcher Aspirant, a Take Vengeance, an Ink Fathom Divers, Factor Fiction, great card, Catacomb Slug, Costly Plunderer, a Brazen Buccaneers, a Mog Fanatic, a Jungle Delver, Rain of Thorns, watch out for those flying creatures, Prophetic Bolt, that's pretty cool, Ash Barrens, a Knight of Dawn from Tempest, very nice, first strike, 2 white, Knight of Dawn gains protection from the color of your choice until the turn, might have some oh man, I saw that, I about freaked out hard, another Mimic Vat. Duplication for you, Justin. Sorry, man. I legit almost freaked out. I saw that and I was like, Mana Crypt. Oh, sorry. And then a Trial and Error. Nice. Another Mana Crypt for you, or Mimic Vat. I wish I would have pulled 2 Mana Crypts. That would have been fantastic. So, Justin, thank you again, buddy. These are all coming your way. Very nice hit on that Savala. Next up, we have Mr. Sam, also in for 5 packs. People wanted to go big on this one, for sure. And I get why, because there's a lot of cool chase cards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus, these boxes aren't like the other boxes. Normally there's 36 packs. These only have 24. 24 on the flow. I like the way these open, though. A Glint Sleeve Artisan. A Guided Strike. Befuddle. I'm just befuddled. A Ghost Ship. You ever see that movie, the scary movie Ghost Ship? That movie freaked me out when I was younger. Like, just run up on a ship in the middle of the ocean. You're like, yeah, let's get on it and see what's going on. The Ghost Ship! A Voracious Knoll. Spoiler alert, it was haunted. But of course, anyway, a Virulent Swipe, Valley Dasher, Zealot of the God Pharaoh, a Yeva's Force Mage, Caustic Caterpillar, Hammer Dropper. We dropped a hammer. He's a giant soldier. Prophetic Prism into a Hypnotic Spectre. Nice. Oh, and Talran. Like, we don't see him enough. I mean, this man gets... This card is probably reprinted almost as much as a Soul Ring. And a Loopy Lobster. I love these cards. But yeah, this card gets reprinted in almost like every set. It's bananas. I run him as a commander. I think just out of pure exhaustion of pulling him, I was like, I'm just gonna make a deck out of him. If I'm gonna pull him this much, then I need to like just build around him. And he is fun to play and can be very like tough to beat. But like they've reprinted him, it's an absurd amount of times. An Aurora of Silence, a Fencing Ace, a Containment Membrane, Enlightened Maniac, an Annihilate, a Smithing Helix, a Gravatic Punch. Man, that guy is punching you into a building with that awesome fist. That is just...
I'll punch you into mush, see?
Kaboom! Suncrown Hunters, Grapple with the Past, a Rancor, used to be an iconic card. Still is an iconic card from Urza's Legacy. I think that's what that hammer right there means. I could be wrong. A Woolly Thoctor. Nice. Just a red, green, white. Flavorless, just has the text here, but it's a 5/4 for 3. What more could you need? Dreadship Reef and a Get to Warcry. Nice. A little enchantment. And then there's the Sovereign again. So we're seeing some duplications here. And a gold mine. We gonna dig for gold, baby. A little bit of duplication so far. I didn't think you would get a lot of duplication with these since there's so many different like things you can pull from, but maybe I'm wrong. Soul Strike Technique, a Zealous Strike, Dispel, Mold Drifter, Shambling Attendants, they just shambles. Baby, I'm shambless! A Dark Writ, nice, Dark Ritual, a very iconic card, Magic, pay 1 black to produce 3 black. Seems decent, right? Mog Flunkies, a Genju of the Spires, Tarju Pathwarden, Elephant Guide, a Wrath, Mortar Pod, Violent Ultimatum, pay a black, red, green, destroy 3 target permanents, you get to choose. And then another freaking Talran. What is going on? The duplication is insane right now. And not the duplication we want. This is odd. Control Win Condition. Get a Whale. This spell can't be countered. It has Shroud. Card name. I like that. It's just card name. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of turns you've taken this game. Man, that's pretty bonkers. That would be fun to play with. That's the cool thing, too. If you draft these at, like, different events, you get to play with these test cards, which is just all the more fun. So, Sam, I guess another Talran coming your way. This is very odd. I haven't seen a lot of duplication before with these boxes, at least in the rare slot. A Lonesome Unicorn, that's from Eldraine, Throne of Eldraine, which we're getting ready to go back to with the Wilds of Eldraine. I'm very excited about that set. I think everybody is. A Failed Inspection, Archetype of Imagination, Stallion of Ashmouth, Queen's Agent, Thrill of Possibility, Cleansing Screech, Jungle Wayfinder, an Elvish Warrior. Belfort. I actually used to love this card. When I first started playing Magic, I fell in love with elves. I wanted to build all the elf decks, and so for 2 green, you got a 2/3, and I thought that was just the most busted thing. Like, and now it's just so vanilla. Like, Belfort Strix, great card, an Ether Spell Bomb, a Meddling Mage, okay, and a Mind Shatter with an Evil Boros Charm. So put these rares up front. Not hitting the gas just yet. Yeah, let's see something crazy. The crypt is obviously, that's the creme de la creme, or the crypt de la crypt, if you will.
I am the Crypt Keeper.
But yeah, Ondu, Greathorn, Sensor Splicer, Deep Freeze, Fathom Seer, Vampire Envoy, a Ghostly Changing, Pyrotechnics, Shanza's Revolution, Lifeswing Druid, Adventurous Impulse, a Citadel Castellan, a Sunset Pyramid, a Rashadian Footpad, nice, from Mercadian Masks, that's an old card. Love the old border on these, just looks gorgeous. A Mycolith and a Rift. Huh, a legendary land. I don't know, some of these cards do hold value. I'm not sure which ones. Obviously, we'll look it up and then prices will be on the screen if anything's $2 or above. Mycolith I know is not great. So Sam, not the best hits in the world, but still a lot of fun cards to go into your collection to add to your juicy, spicy Commander decks. So Sam, thank you always. I'm sure I'll be hearing from your legal team since I didn't pull 5 different crypts, but we'll settle those matters later. Next up, we have Mr. Matt in for 3 packs. Yeah, so obviously we still got a lot of stuff we can pull, a lot of good stuff we haven't seen yet, so let's see it. Yeah. A God Pharaoh's Faithful, Cast Out, a Scab Goliath, Archaeomancer, a Fretwork Colony, Scuttling Death, Swift Kick, Punch. It's all in the eye. Remember that game, Parappa the Rapper? Man, I used to love that game. Mutiny? It's Mutiny then. Destructor Dragon, Colossal Dreadmaw, one of the big meme cards. This artwork has been on memes because, I mean, for one, it's just a giant dinosaur with a really cool, like, headdress type thing. And this ship is just like, oh, we got to get out of here right now. Ethereal Ambush, Into a Pilgrim's Eye. Hey, nice, a Soren Markov, Planeswalker. Yeah, this has got some value to it. This is from the OGs in the car. And this is pretty cool because for 6 mana, he is pretty expensive, but he comes out with 4 what they call loyalty counters, or Planeswalker loyalty. And you can go ahead and -3 him to make target opponent's life total become 10. So if you remember earlier, I was talking about how Commander games start at 40. You drop him and they go from 40 to 10 real quick, and it's just a bad day. A Mind Shatter, another duplication, and a Bone Rattler, just a happy little skeleton doing his happy little dance. I have a Halloween decoration that does this. It's a dancing skeleton, so that brings me joy to see him so happy. Happy. But nice hit on the Mythic there with Soren Markov. Very good hit. Set that aside for you. Yeah, so anybody pull a crypt? I've seen some crypts get pulled from this, and people went bananas, which rightfully they should, because it's like a $180 card. A Gush, I would be gushing if I just pulled that. A Sage of Latinum, Mind Rake, Blessing of Belzlanok, a Hardened Berserker, a Desert Ceradon, a Ren's Run Vanquisher, Reclaiming Vines, a Tatiova, Universal Solvent, and a Wargate with a Vigor. Hey, that's a good hit. Vigor's a great card. Wargate, I'm not sure, but Vigor, very nice, very nice. And then a Chimney Goyf. He lives up in your chimney. He's protecting you from Santa Claus. But Vigor, yeah, very nice hit. I'm pretty sure it's financially worth some money too. So very good hit, Matt. Back-to-back good hits with Soren into a Vigor. I like it a lot. An Isolation Zone, a Doomed Traveler. Man, just on his way to Doom. Even his shadow's just like, bro, come on, man. If you leave the town, we're not making it back. Sure enough. Flash Freeze, Wave Wing Elemental, and then Taku Husk, Inquisition of Kozilek, a Stormblood Berserker, a Shock, Borderland Explorer, an Elvish Visionary, Terminate, good card. Removal, Foundry Inspector, also a good card, goes in any artifact deck because it makes your artifact spells cost 1 less to cast. Hooray! Hey, nice, a Dragon Broodmother, another Mythic, dang, Matt, and then a Mycoloth again, some more duplication. I'm just going to keep saying it. That's very odd. The Dragon Broodmother. I love this card. I have it in my dragon deck. At the beginning of each upkeep, put a 1/1 red and green dragon creature token with flying and Devour 2 into play. So busted because when you're playing Commander, on your upkeep, you make one. On your opponent's upkeep, there's 4 players, so it's boom, boom, boom. By the time it gets wrapped bound to you, you've got either 4 1/1 red dragons, or you got one really big one because of the Devour 2 effect. Just busted. And I love dragons, so awesome. Cool, Matt. Those were 3 really good packs. I think each one had a really good financial hit, so great job. Next, we have Mr. JP in for Quattro. All right, JP. Still up for grabs. The crypt has yet to be pulled. If there's one in this box, you're sitting in a pretty good spot here. Enduring Victory, a Feldar Guardian, a Welcome Turn, What a bird! The turn, a turn. A turn is the bird.
Bird.
Yeah, I messed that song up on purpose. Amphin Pathmage, a Silmager Butcher. Hey, Gary! They call him Gary. He's actually Grave Merchant of Asphodel, but Asphodel, maybe? Asphodel? I don't know, whatever. But they shorten it to Gary. Gary! Art Trail, Roast, Lignify, Invigorate, a High Spire Mantis, that is a giant praying mantis, and that is terrifying. A Renegade Map, and an Ancient Ziggurat. Hey, nice, another Vigor! Okay, so if we are going to have duplication, this is the duplication you want, because Vigors are worth some stuff, and they're very playable. I didn't read it earlier, but essentially what Vigor does is if damage will be dealt to another creature you control, prevent that damage, and put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each 1 damage prevented this way. When Vigor is put into your graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. Just a bomb, obviously it's for 6 mana for a 6/6 with trample, but essentially like now anytime you block, or your creatures are blocked, that damage is now being turned into +1/+1 counters, hence just making all of your big stompy green creatures even stompier and bigger. And so that's what makes Vigor nice, because Vigor makes bigger. Vigor makes the stuff bigger. Yeah, it just makes sense. Cool, so good hit, JP. Alrighty, pack number 2. A Steadfast Sentinel, a Great Horn Crushhawk, a Daze, a Brine Elemental, Demon's Grasp. That's a bad day. That looks very painful. I think that's Opnixlus's hand. It is, because there's his quote. A Metaphytic Vapors, Direct Current, Dragon Breath. Lord, that breath is stanky. Impulsive Marasa, a Sylvan Scrying. I think that's a decent card for searching. I could be wrong. Gore Clan, Rampager, Gateway Plaza, Impending Disaster. Nice, that's Urga's Legacy. Yeah. It's either Legacy, Destiny. I know it's not Saga because it's the 2 wheels. So anyway, Impending Disaster says during your upkeep, if there are 7 or more lands in play, sacrifice it and destroy all lands. Just an Impending Disaster waiting to happen. No one likes to get their lands blown up. Hey, nice, and a Marin of Clan Nel Toth. Really cool card. That come from the Commander sets out of, I want to say like 2014, maybe 2015. But they were all about experience counters. Each one had like this experience counter mechanic, and she's one of the more valuable ones. So good hit, very good hit. And a Banding Sliver. Nice, it's a sliver that never got out of the testing phase, probably because it was so busted. To say that it's sliver's busted means a lot, because slivers are inherently busted. If you ever played against a sliver deck, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So good hit, JP. A Devilthorn Fox. What did the fox say? Remember that song? It was so annoying but so catchy. What the fox say? A Macabre Waltz. She's just dancing with dead people. Renegade's Getaway, and she looks so happy while she's doing it. Just la la la. A Seismic Shift, a Kenra Scrapper, a Crowl Foragers, Airy Bowmasters, a Belligerent Brontodon. He's just stomping on that poor guy. A Great Furnace, and a Simba the Legion, and a Beastmaster Ascension. Very cool card, and a Whammy Burn. Nice. So yeah, that's a cool card. I like Beastmaster Ascension and a Simba Legion. So nice. It's just cool to see all these different cards put together. Normally it's all, you kind of know what's in the sets, because you can look at a set list and know pretty much what you're going to pull. And there are set lists for this, but like it's so vast, it's still really just kind of like, oh, I really don't know what I'm going to pull. Paladin of the Bloodstained, a Slipstream Eel, River Serpent, Fetid Imp, Go for the Throat, Generator Servant, Renegade Tactics, a Rox Maulers, an Oak Gnarl Warrior, Tree Folk, a Naya Charm, a Flare Husk, and a Bear Cub. Nice. From Portal, one of the portals, I think. I love these because these old school portal, I'm pretty sure it's portals, one of the portals. They had a sword and a shield, so the sword obviously represents like what it can attack for, and the shield represents like what its defense is. So I think that's just helpful. Plus I love like they used to keep like the if there was like a mechanic like flying, trample, whatever, it would be up here, and then this little line would separate the flavor text. I just loved how they did that mechanic. That looked good. And then another Marin. Okay, I've so much duplication in Aggressive Crag. Fight me! I'm a Crag! Fight me! I've never seen this much duplication before in these boxes. Am I crazy, or is that I don't know? That's just strange. I mean, that's a good one to get duplication on, but still, like everybody's been getting like duplicated. There's duplication pulls. Oh well, if we can get some mana crypts like that, I think everybody will be in a great mood. Hunter in for 2 packs. Got 1, 2. All right, Hunter. Like I said, man, the crypt has yet to be pulled, so it is out there if it's in this box. There's no guarantee that it's in this box, but hopefully it is. A Siege Craft, a Battle Mastery, a Fog Walker, a Myr Folkaluder, Reckless Spite, a Drudge Sentinel, a Forge Devil, a Hulking Devil, back-to-back devils, an Eternal Witness, great card, a Grazing Glade Heart, a Bounding Krasis, an Arcane Sanctum, into Thrun, nice, a Mythic, out of Mirrodin Besieged, I think. Yeah, so he basically says he can't be countered, and then he can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponent control, which is hexproof. And then for 1 and a green, you can regenerate him. So he's really hard to get away, or really hard to remove, essentially. And then the Mirari Conjecture, nice, one of the original sagas, and a Memory Bank. He's got value in his memory. I remember that. That's when I had value. That card's worth money. I like that. It's a nice mythic pull with Thrun. It'd be a fun like mono green commander to make. I played a game against the Professor Prof at one of the Star City Games events, and he ran a Thrun deck. It was the newer Thrun, but still just a beatdown deck with him. It was really fun to play against. Lone Missionary, a Blade Instructor, Trinket Mage, Arcane Denial, great counterspell, Read the Bones, a Dusk Charger, Act on Impulse, a Zilliot of the God Pharaoh, a Sakura Tribelder, an Explorer, an Obelisk Spider. Holy moly, that's a big spider. Like, who would want to live in a world where spiders are that big? That's terrifying. Meteorite, a Martyr's Bond, and then another duplication, Beastmaster Extension, into a Sunnymaret? I don't know what that is. I'm butchering that name. Sunnymaret. Anywho, a Beastmaster Ascension. Hooray! Nice. What makes this card so fun is whenever you have this enchantment on the field, and a creature you control attacks, you can put a quest counter on it, and then as long as it has 7 or more quest counters, creatures you control get +5/+5. They get huge! And if you're running a token deck or anything that runs like the ability to swing wide, which means you have tons of creatures to swing with, Beastmaster Ascension is an absolute bomb. So, good pulls, Hunter. These are all coming your way. Thank you so much for the support. As always, I truly appreciate it. Next, we got our OG Sniper in here doing his sniper ways in 1 pack. Mr. Brad, it would be very funny if you pulled the Mana Crypt off of 1 pack. Everyone would be jealous, and they would be screaming and fighting, and you'd have to run for your life. An Enlightened Aesthetic, a Sacred Cat. Oh, man. I've never wanted to pet a cat more in my life until I've seen such a sacred and wonderful cat. A Circular Logic, Exclude, a Returned Centaur, Trespasser's Curse, Bloodfire Expert, a Cleansing Screech, Runeclaw Bear, a Dirkwood Baloth, Fires of Yavimaya, Filigree Familiar, into a Crenulated Wall. Walls can attack for 4/4. They have a new feature. It's been errated to say that they have a mechanic called Defender. Just means this creature can't attack, it can only block. Unless something gives it the ability to attack. Anyway, tap it, target creature gets +0/+4 until the turn. So just makes your stuff beefier. And then the Mirari Conjecture again. With an Everlasting Lich. More duplication. This is wild. I've never seen this much duplication before. If you've ever opened this before, please comment on this video and let me know if that's common. I remember opening up my boxes. Now that was the original ones, not the convention boxes, but the ones that had the foils in the back. I don't think I got any duplication whatsoever, if I remember correctly. If it was very minimal, so I'm not sure. Let me know. I got the last 4 packs here for Mr. Jesse, in for 4 big packs. All right, Jesse. If the crypt's in here, it's gonna be yours. Let's hope we pull it. This box has been strange, if anything. Tons of duplication. Inquisitor's Ox, a Moonlit Strider, Shipwreck Looter, an Aether Snipe, a Blighted Bat, Lord of the Accursed, an Azra Blade Seeker, Act of Treason, a Sylvan Bounty, Dawn's Reflection, Kin-Tree Invocation, Frontier Biovac, Nemesis of Reason, a Leviathan Horror. That is a horror for sure. It looks like a dragon, but then kind of like an octopus with teeth. Yeah, that's terrifying. Hey, nice. And then Liliana Death's Magistry with a witty demon. He's doing a little stand-up comedy show. So I flew in here, my wings are real tired. Yeah. Anyway, Liliana's Death Magistry. She's a cool planeswalker. She's from Amonkhet, I believe that's set. So yeah, nice, cool, nice pool. Let's see, a good mythic. So we'll set this over here for you. Yeah. Again, the duplication, very strange. Veteran Swordsmith, Cast Out, Compelling Argument, a Frostlynx, Bone Splitter, Rakdos Drake, Volcanic Dragon, a Chartooth Cougar. Now that's a cat maybe I don't want to pet. Just seems like a cat that can also breathe fire seems dangerous. A Wolfkin Bond. That's just you and your good buoy, just having that good old bond, just the two fellows on the night having a good old time. An Antioch Survivalist, a Hound Shaman. So maybe that's what happens. You have too good of a time, you fuse into this Hound Shaman.
We'll all be planning out a route.
And then you're still having a good time, and then you're like, man, I have terrible breath now because I'm combined my breath with a dog's breath, and so it's just terrible. An Ether Case Knight, a Thought Vessel, very cool card, and a Floodgate. Open the floodgates into a Desolation Twin. Nice, an Eldrazi. This card has some value to it as well, especially since Eldrazi's themselves have taken off, so it's great. It's a 10 drop for a 10/10, but whenever you cast it, you get another 10/10, so it's like 10/10/10/10, hooray! It's like you hit the jackpot with Eldrazi's. Alright. Third pack here, still no Crypt. Wing Shards, a Forsake the Worldly, Sailor of Means, a Somber Hoverguard, Deadeye Tormentor, a Windgrace Acolyte, a Crown Hunter Hireling, Chandra Evolution, Natural Connection, Cultivate, Tithe Drinker. That looks pretty disgusting, right? She's like drinking blood out of these little like gargoyle heads as it pours into her cup. Some might find that cool, I don't know. A Diamond Mare, a Sapphire Charm, and a, no way, another Liliana's Death Magistry. This is, this is nuts. I've never seen this much duplication ever. Like, did he not just pull that? Yeah. Like, that is nuts. I've never seen this much duplication in a box before. That is absolutely bananas. Banana! Alright, last pack, and then maybe this one has nothing but mana crypts in it. I don't know. A Snubhorn Sentry, a Deruge Renunciation. Man, this is making it tough on me this last pack. A Silvergill Adept, a Tidal Wave, a Genju of the Fens, Grave Digger. That's got like a misprint there on the ink or something. Impact Terminus, great card. A Rebel Belt Maka, a Silkweaver Elite, a Roots, just good old Roots. A Gwendolyn Hedge Mage, an Eldrazi Devastator, an Oracle of Nectars, and a Mizzix Mastery, a High Troller. Man, this box trolled us. I've never seen this too much duplication before ever, so like, please, if you have, let me know in the comments, because that is wild. Jesse, thank you for being a kind patron. These are all going your way. Overall, this box was average. I mean, we didn't hit the Mana Crypt. Obviously, that would have been the big chase. But I appreciate everybody being involved in this box break. Really fun to open these old cards. Just kind of see them reprinted and just brought back into the game so you can play and build with them. So hopefully everybody had fun doing it. I think everybody ended up pulling some good value. Just nothing over the top like that Mana Crypt. That would have been the firework, obviously, to pull it. But again, thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Have a great day. Go make good choices and have some fun, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye!